Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tarot Wednesday live this week. Sorry for the delay. We had to reschedule at the last minute last night, but the good news is that we have a new video camera, so I think the setup will work, and hopefully you can hear and see everything I'm doing well. I'm just going to watch the chat and wait for a few people to come in. So if you're watching, please join us in the chat. And what I'll do until we get a few live questions is I will go and do a general reading for the week. So today this evening until next Tuesday. And then we can take questions and do some readings for different individuals. So, all right. I'm just sharing the link with a friend of mine so she can join. And if nothing else, I'll do her cards. You can all watch it back later. Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to get started. Thank you again for being here and for watching. I hope that we're able to get some answers for anybody who has any questions. Let's start us off with an oracle card or two. So again, this is a general reading for the week. So 4th of July, I'd say like tonight, 4th of July through next week, which should be the 9th. So I'll be coming to you on July 9th next week. I'll get the Tuesday part of Tarot Tuesdays correct. All right. I'm just going to check with my moderator. Could you enter the chat and so I can see I can see that you're here? Okay, we have a man holding a coin. So the number 43 or 4 or 3 or 7 could be significant to you. A man holding a coin, and this is generally, it could also be comparable in tarot with King of Coins. So it could be a new opportunity coming to you, a knight of coins. So a new opportunity coming to you, an offer. It has to deal with something material, something that you value. So family, home, pets, your family. It could be a number of different things that matter to us, or things we value in our earthly existence. So let's pull a couple more cards. So moderator, could you just confirm that you can see the chat and that the video is doing well? Okay. Oh, I see your message there. Thank you. Thank you, Mod. Okay. Then other 3 cards we have are Healer of the Ages, which is Jesus, and the number 51, number 5, the number 1 or 6, and Patience. So for me, Patience is also number 16, 1, 6, or 7. So we have 6. So we have a 7, 6, 7. So I would say that this new opportunity that's being presented to you is something that you have wished for and prayed for, and in some circles manifested. Used the law of abundance, walked with an attitude of gratitude, and intentionally asked for what you most desired, and your angels and your your spiritual guides are helping you get it. So it's saying be patient. It'll manifest. It's coming. So how thrilling! It's just a matter of time. So these 3 cards are very are very plain to me as what you've been wishing for is coming, and just wait and keep the faith. So those are some really good opening cards. I'm going to put these over here. I don't know, we can't really see them, but I can, so I'll reference them. All right. Okay, moderator, could you come help one of our viewers find the chat? I have to take my phone. All right, so we'll put these to the side. Let's pull some tarot cards. So our overall energy is manifesting an offer. It's something that we've truly desired. In past weeks, we've talked a lot about, a lot of job seekers, a lot of relationship seekers, in the chat and on our lives. I myself was looking for work, and I just recently was given an opportunity for a 6-month contract with a company I used to work for, doing something I'm very, very good at, but have worked towards throughout my entire career, even since I'd last been at that company. So, I feel very grateful. It's definitely challenging and harder than I think the excitement over something actually coming to fruition, maybe that's where the patience card comes in. It's like, okay, you got everything you wished for. Now that you're actually in it, you need to take a minute for yourself and have patience with yourself, and focus and get ready to actually do the job that you've been praying for. So it's a matter of resetting. My schedule is different, my sleeping pattern's different, the way that I use my brain is different day to day in comparison to the past few months. So I've been laid off for a few months. I think that our oracle cards say, even though you now have what you're wishing for, it's like, take a deep breath, and start to strategize and form and your new normal, with intention. So every just always with an attitude of gratitude and walking with intention, and things will just happen. It's fantastic. So I have a 5 of Wands here. So for me, the 5 of Wands is, okay, so Maud, the person that needs the advice to get on the chat is not in the chat. So you're going to have to come in here and help through my phone. Thank you, though. So 5 of Wands for me is... it can be, it could be, what's that word? Where you, identity, oh gosh, it's, where you feel like you don't fit in, you feel like you're not good enough. I don't know why I can't think of it. See, I told you my brain is different. I'm tapped out already. I only worked 5 hours today, but my goodness. We got out early, so when the company isn't open, I'm not allowed to work. So they had an early close for the holiday in the U.S., so we have our Independence Day tomorrow, so they closed early. So I was only allowed to work the hours that the company was open up until 1. So,
hello, I am Maud.
Could you, could you just reply to her on my phone? So 5 of Wands, imposter syndrome. Hello, it just popped into my head. So it's imposter syndrome. It's like, don't doubt yourself. Have patience. Let yourself adapt to your new routine. Don't try to go full tilt on anything, because you're going to burn yourself out. So I said, because it's the Wands and it's the 5 of Wands, it's like battling these feelings of not being not doing your best fast enough, and not, like showing off and making them, the people that hired you, believe that you're everything that they're hoping you are. So it's, it's imposter syndrome. It's just so our oracle cards. Yes, thank you. Instant karma high. Yeah, it just popped into my head, thank goodness. But thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's where my brain is. So this is definitely an imposter syndrome card. So let's see what else we've got. Oh. I like this deck. It's the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. It's so cute. It's cartoony, but it's like each of the characters in the deck has a familiar, and like there's a cat and everyone. It's so cute. So if you're feeling like the tagline on my online metapickles, excuse me, my moderator is using his tech support instincts to help out. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands here, and this is upright. It's a victory parade. It's getting recognition for a job well done. It's carrying so in the other deck, it's almost like they have a hero on a horse going in, like riding along in a victory parade with everyone cheering around them. This card is very similar. You see a woman handing out roses. So in a way, it's almost like she's the one who is thanking others for their time and valor. Whereas in other decks, it's her who's being celebrated. But you see the generous spirit that she has. So she, so I would say this is a servant heart. This is somebody who has a phenomenal work ethic, does everything they can with kindness, and is recognized for that. But I feel like in reverse, I got it in reverse, and I don't know if it's, excuse me. Okay, so sorry, my moderator was interrupting with some advice. So so I would just say this is another, like it's, in reverse. I would say that it's not that this will not come true. I would just say that, so normally if I were doing a spread, the second card out would be the challenge. So I think the challenge is to not fear not doing your best, not being recognized, not being rewarded for your efforts and your kindness and your work ethic. So I think it's a challenge. So it's a challenge to, just stay in the right headspace. Don't let the imposter syndrome take over, and to do your best, but temper yourself and moderate, your time and structure your efforts in a way that, benefits the full team. Don't get ahead of yourself. Let's see what we have for supporting cards. Okay, so I'm just looking at my texts from a friend, and as far as I can tell, they're still not able to get into the chat. So because I'm doing the readings, I can't really see how to get into the chat from, if you can just give me 1 second, let me pop into my YouTube on my phone and see what I can do. All right. So you go to my channel, Circle of Besties Tarot. Click on the 7/3 Tarot Wednesday Live. And then at the bottom of your screen, so I'm on my phone, but I see a chat right at the bottom as an option. Another thing you can do is go up into the options or the settings, and then and click and see if there's an option for chat there. I think my moderator is going to try to help again. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get more details around. All right. So we have the Six of Swords. So we're getting a lot of sixes, and those are the bridge cards. So normally in tarot, you have each suit has 1 to 10. So 6 they're called bridge cards because it's 5 is the median, and then 6 is the bridge to the plentiful years or the plentiful, moments in each suit. So Six of Swords is sort of escaping a rocky past and going to calmer shores. But it's a lot. Again, we have like a lot of thoughts of like it's fleeing something that fleeing thoughts that were created in fear and worry, and then moving to calmer shores where you're going to have a different way of thinking, being, feeling. So I did get this in reverse. So this is supporting energy, and I would just say that in reverse, I'm not going to take it as the opposite meaning where you won't be able to get to calmer shores. Is that I'm going to take it as what's popping into my head, and in reverse, all I can see is the moon here. It's just like allowing things you don't know to just, like sort of step onto the path that you have in front of you, and, don't be so focused on what's coming next. Don't have to know, because, when you have to know things and you don't, and everything's vague or not, you don't have expectations because you're brand new at something. You have experience, you have skills, you have, a great work ethic. But step into each day with, with good intentions and, with, that the good work ethic, and, good things will come. I think if you overthink everything, it's easy, to bounce into that place where it sort of gets, it gets weird. Not just for you, but it's almost like it takes away from your plan on how to structure your time. So King of Cups, I think this deck is pretty much reverse. So I'm going to start reading in the upright. So King of Cups is our next card, and this is leading, being in charge of your emotions and leading with empathy, compassion, but also being very emotionally stable. So, being able to have like a lot of, I call each of these moments where like a school of fish, like, you're, there's so many things to watch, see, feel, think about, manage. But, you feel calm and, in a place where, you can, you're emotionally calm, you're emotionally stable, you can lead with love, but you're also a very effective leader because people feel seen around you. So I think that is don't get caught up in what you don't know about the past of feeling like, if you've left an area, or, say a working environment, if we're talking about work, where you didn't feel seen, heard, respected, utilized to the best of your ability, and you're in a new environment where everything is new and nothing's mapped out and you don't really know anybody yet, you're getting to know your new team and figure out how you can shine. It's saying that if you, trust in your spirit squad appeared in all three of these like oracle cards that we pulled out for general energy. I mean, we have, the big guns are showing up in the in the oracle card, or overall energy spread, saying to you that you are protected, you're watched over. We hear your thoughts, we hear your worries. Like just have fun. Like this is what you've prayed for. Be patient with yourself. Good things are coming. We'll never let anything bad happen. Just stay in the right frame of mind and stay focused, stay positive. So I think that, I think it's easy to get caught up in the newness and to, sometimes let things get a little awkward, because if we're introverts or, or we're around people that we just don't, that just are new to us, it might be a little funny at first, but just hang in there. It'll all pan out. And these feelings of emotional security, in a way, like you'll feel safe. It'll just take a minute. So just leave the fear and worry in the past and walk forward knowing that you have great value. You wouldn't be in a new situation, in a new job, with a new team at a new company if they didn't see your value and think that you could help them. And you probably beat out now. It's, my goodness, the job market is so flooded. I got an email today for another job that I had applied for, and they said that they had to push back the date on when they'd be conducting interviews because they got 3,000 applicants. And this wasn't even like a mainstream thing. It was just, so if you won that spot, you deserve it. So you got to start to let yourself shine a little bit to yourself. And then the King of Swords, this is another leader, but very rational, by the book. He's coming in and telling you that, okay, now that you've won the job, he's like, let's map out how we're going to do it well, and be proud of ourselves. And that's, in a lot of ways, that can be the thing that grounds you, is like learning the core duties for your job and figuring out how you're going to do them really well. And then the Knight of Wands. So this is bringing the inspiration. So this is a future card. So I can see that once things settle for you and you feel like that you're grounded and safe and you understand what's expected of you, you're gonna have a really fun time. Like coming into like battle dragons, like solve problems, do your thing, with a bit of magic and a lot of pizzazz. And you're going to be the fresh face, the fresh brain. You're going to have new thoughts, new ways of doing things. You're going to bring your experience from other places. And, you're going to bring, a burst of energy that just wasn't there before you came. And I think that also brings, that victory parade that we're so worried we won't get. So it's like we have to just take a deep breath, calm down, and get acclimated to our new routine, figure out who our new team is, how we're going to fit in with them, learn our core duties of our new job, and then once you relax and you can, all the inspiration and creativity and everything that you have to bring to the table will be able to come forward, and you'll be very successful and you'll wow them. So I'm just going to pull one overall energy card. I shuffle. For those who are watching and they haven't seen me read before, I like to shuffle until something pops out because I feel like it's intended versus me just choosing something because it feels a little bit more magical to me. Oh, I just got it. Flew up and then flew back down. So, okay, so I have the Devil in reverse. I will take this one in reverse. So this is, like codependency. It could be, like bad habits in a way, like gambling or, like overeating or just like any compulsion or any sort of like vice. Also, it could be codependence. So for me, I'm pulling the word codependence from this card, and in reverse, it's like, go be your, the badass bee that you are, don't rely on other people to define your worth, especially at work. The devil also has some, and in reverse, can have some very, some positive connotations. It's sort of like, so we call it like bad bitch energy, or like boss lady energy, or well, I don't know any of the male sayings, but BDE. I don't know if YouTube's gonna catch the words I'm saying and like make me bleep out something. I don't know how it works yet, but so it's like, this is like BDE. It's like, own your skills, own your value. Don't be shy about it. Let it shine. And this with the Knight of Wands and then the Devil in reverse. I mean, you're gonna all the fear and worry and anxiety that you were experiencing, in a new situation. All of a sudden, you're gonna be like, wow, I really know how to handle this, and I know how to do a good job. And then with the confidence comes recognition and excitement from your new team. And then, it's like a domino effect. It'll expand, but then it'll also, you can do new things and cool things, like with different projects and different different things within your new job. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Do we have any questions on the chat? Does anybody I can I'll just keep reading. I'll do general reads. What I can do is I'll use this is the card that the card deck that I got when I was on vacation a couple months ago, and I did Tarot Tuesday from the road, and I forgot my tarot cards with me. I forgot my tarot cards, but then I found this at my husband and my son bought this for me at a gaming, like a board game shop. So we did a couple of, I think like we've done 1 or 2 readings using these, but they're very blunt. But for some they were like spot on as to what was going on in their world, and I got instant messages, and oh my gosh, these just fly out. It's so awesome. And I got messages from people on Instagram saying I watched the live, and that the readings that when you use those cards, it was insanely relevant to my situation. And so let's see what we can do this time. It's gonna be on top. All right. And I think it's sort of mirroring what we just had, believe it or not. I'm like looking at it now. They just fly out of my hand. So cool. I think it's the size of the deck too, so I can get my energy into the card. And then the more people that join us online and in the chat, believe it or not, it gives me the readings just are a little bit more accurate or more defined, if that makes sense. Because our energy combined gives me, or my spirit squad, the ability to do better readings. All right. And then, okay, so I'm going to have this as over. So, wow, this camera's great. Okay, so the situation at hand is the order denotes honor and recognition of labor. So, sign of business success. So that's what, I mean, our concern is business success. We want to be recognized for our efforts. So an underlying worry is the underlying energy which supports the the fish is the emblem of riches through stocks. So it's funny because where I'm working is a financial group, so they do have an investments company. So this could be for me, believe it or not. Supporting energy that's in my present, every always in my mind as something that pushes me forward. Children signify friendly disposition and gentleness. So my son is he's 11 and he is everything to me. And believe it or not, a lot of the worry that I have with work is it's is my job taking up too much time? Am I being a good role model? Am I am I setting us up so we're secure? And then, am I teaching him how to do the same thing? There's, those who are parents, we all know that internal battle we all feel. So the energy above us, so it's what's hanging out, some maybe a fear or worry even. So the key is a certain augury of success. I don't think I've read that word before. Augury, augury. So I'll have to ask Siri later. It's as if it's surrounded by unlucky card. It's a prognosis of illness, but it's not. There's no unlucky cards here. These are all very lucky cards. Yes, I'm always thinking about how to be successful, in the way that it, benefits not only my mental well-being and my feeling of okay, I went to school, I did all these things. Is this did I do the right things? But am I also being a good mom and a good example for my son? And then, So it says that this one is the roads turn to the dark clouds. So there's no clouds here, but far from the person, evil consequences may be averted. Okay, so again, I think it's just like keeping that imposter syndrome, that fear and worry, that awkwardness, that like kind of weirdness that comes with you not believing in yourself or constantly doubting yourself internally when you're starting something new, like around new people who don't know you. I think it's just saying, like, believe in yourself, you're going to be fine. So, I mean, a really strong message, I'd say like 3 times over so far, that, we're divinely guided, we're protected, and that, everything that we are experiencing as we deserve, and we've earned it, and we're, move forward with confidence and do your best and you'll be successful. So, and then the overall energy, more is a sign that someone is looking at you with great love and longing. So, pretty interesting. Well, I've been married for, I think, 22 years now, 21. So, I'll take it. My son is moderating. He's probably retching right now. Hey, but it's good to have parents that like each other still. Okay, unless I get like a direct question, I don't think I'm going to use that deck again. I'm going to go with another standard tarot deck. Let's see. Oh, I also have, I got a spirit board through my Woo shop. So this YouTube channel is actually, so like my channel is in support of my Woo store. But I started an online metaphysical shop I homeschool my son in order to teach him about online business. And so, we didn't have a lot of business through the shop at all. But I kept it open because I think it's really fun. Plus, I'm my best customer. I love all of the metaphysical stuff, and thought it was, and love the discounts. So I kept it open. So I was on there and I saw the spirit board. And so I've made a deal with, I normally don't like spirit boards at all, but this you use with a pendulum. It does have a planchette, but I'm not using it. And I made a deal with my spirit squad that, they need to protect me, and that only my spirit squad and those who are allowed to, work within my energy and be around me, are allowed to give answers. So, if we're asking the other side for answers, this is just as, I'm keeping it as simple as asking my spirit guides for answers. Whereas if you do not sort of set boundaries energetically for yourself and use a spirit board, anything can enter. And so a few rules that I've looked up, you're always to say hello and goodbye to start the session and close it out, and then define who you're allowing to help you out. So here, I'm going to do one because no, it's a mod. It's a spirit board, and it's a pendulum guide. So it's a little different. I did get it on my shop, and if anybody's interested in purchasing one, you go to circleofbesties.com, and then I have a friends and family coupon code right up at the top. It's Besties Fam, and if you have any questions on how to find things, it's a huge catalog of items. It's kind of like a wholesaler type feel, but if you're a good search, if you're able to search well within a large catalog of items, then you'll be able to find it. And if you have questions, okay. Yes, Instant Karma 510. You and I talked about this, so I'm doing it for you. So, do you have a question? And we'll just ask my spirit guides to gatekeep the answer. All right. I'm waiting for instant karma. I'm gonna say hello to my spirit squad, even though they've been here, and let's do yes and no. So yes is to the right, and then no would be to the left. Hello to the top, and then goodbye to the below. But we're not going to say goodbye yet. So, and then we have around the spirit board we have the alphabet, and then we also have I think they're like witches symbols. I don't know them, so I have a book and I can look them up if something really gets defined by that. And we also have numbers. All right. Self-promotion mode, activate. Mod, yeah. Well, I mean, why not? I mean, you can get cool things in my shop, and that's, I mean, it, you can get crystals, you can get oils, you can get, cool things like this. They have more witchy items. There's all different types of religious tools and artifacts that you can find there. Just use a discount, and if you have any questions, let me know. But you can even do, they have a lot of incense, different candles. You can get tuning forks and sound bowls and like all different things. It's a pretty cool place. Okay, so Instant Karma 510. I guess you know. So I'm gonna just ask a general. Is there a general message for Instant Karma 510? All right, here we go. Here, I'll try to get it so you can see. I think you can see the shadow, but all right. Hello, saying hello, my spirit squad. Is it Jeremiel? So I have an angel that I do automatic writing as well, and I have such a funny story about when I first started. I was working at a place on Main Street just doing tarot card readings, and I was waiting in between customers or people getting readings, and I started automatic writing the name Jeremy and then Jeremiel. I kept it. It was like I kept it. It's very cool. So I'm asking everybody that I had a reading with, is there anybody in your family named Jeremy or I said it's saying Jeremiel. And then later I was reading my horoscope on a website that told me all about Scorpios, because I'm a Scorpio, and it said that the guardian angel assigned to Scorpios is Jeremiel. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm connected to an archangel. How phenomenal. So I'm getting a lot of yeses. I'm not putting a curse. So Mod, do not scare the people. All right. So, is there any signs or anything that Instant Karma 510 can look for this week that will give her a sense of peace or an understanding if she asks a question, like if she sees it. So I'm getting like, it's going up to this symbol, which is like right here, and it looks like a bird foot to me. So I think you're going to see a lot of hawks, owls, crows. Yes, am I right? Okay, yeah. So I'm working with my spirit squad, and they're putting images in my head. So I think, okay, so Instant Karma 510, if you see a lot of birds, like ask yourself a question in your mind, and then depending on the animal that you see, look up the significance of it, and I think you'll get some answers. So that'll be a fun homework assignment for you. And then you let us know if you do find anything out, if you have any cool experiences. So I'm going to thank my spirit squad for this is fun, but we're not going to do this the whole time. I'm going to pull out the tarot cards, but I want to say goodbye and thank you. Good, I'm glad you like it. All right, so we're saying goodbye. This is like really going. So there's some spooky images on the board, but again, like I set boundaries. I make sure that I have a selenite pendulum, so that's an energy clearing stone. I have selenite sitting on top of the board, the box that the board is in always. And, I really clarify with my squad that I don't want any energies around me that aren't them. And I'm a bit spookier than most, but I have a very strong relationship with my spirit guides. So they know me and they know what I can handle, what I can't handle. Sometimes if I get a message for a friend, I'll get a sense that they're trying to connect with me outside of the cards, and I'll just say, come to me in my dreams, because anything else is just a little too much, You see shadows out the side of your eyes, and you just have a feeling like somebody needs to tell you something. I've always been able to do that, but so we have little boundaries and rules that we use, and so far so good. They respect me, and I'm so grateful for them, because my relationship with my spirit squad has helped me so much in the past. I'd say the past 5 years just changed my life. I can't tell you. Okay, so I got the we're doing Disney villains. And so hi P, I am doing well. How are you? You have a question for us this week? Put it in the chat if you do. I'm going to do a general read from my friend who I think is listening and not on the chat. So we're going to ask about what is coming up for her. So Knight of Cups. So you're going to have an offer that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. Like maybe you'll be having an opportunity to something that brings you emotional fulfillment. So let's see. So it's an offer of some sort. Something that that involves compassion and empathy. I don't know if it's for you or with you or it's you. A knight is generally someone who... So the Knight of Cups is a slow mover. It's not as slow as the Knight of Coin. We always ask the same question. Don't make me give my self-love soapbox speech again. All right, hang on. And then crossing is the Magician. So I think whatever comes in for you emotionally, that gives you, okay, I understand what this is. You're gonna be given news that gives you a sense of relief, and it's because you've done a lot of the legwork on your own in order to make that answer come. So Magician. Hi Ruben. Welcome. I can, yes. If you subscribe to the channel, we do this every week. Normally on Tuesdays, but I had to postpone to tonight from yesterday, so that's why we're on tonight. But give me a few minutes, and I'm P's in front of you, and then Prab is in front of you, and then I'll do yours. Okay, so underneath, this is for my friend Brandy who's listening in. The star is underneath, so that means there's a lot of hope. So hope and wish fulfillment and wishing. So there's a lot of hope and wishing for something to be to happen. And with the Magician energy over the Knight of Cups, what you wish, what you need to hear is what you'll hear. And a lot of it is because you've done a lot of homework and legwork. So my assumption is that it's around health of your family member. So Two of Wands. So you're going to have, so there will be a decision you need to make. You'll be at a crossroads, but because you've done a lot of different things in order to prepare for this decision, you're going to make the right one and it'll be successful. And then let's get, I have outcome. I think that might be outcome. Oh, nothing else is coming. So, yeah. So Brandy, just prepare for a decision, and know that everything that you've sort of done your homework around, will lead you to make you'll make the right decision, and it will be the right one, and things he'll be okay. It'll expedite the happy outcome that you wished for. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so let me just knock out this energy. Actually, I might change my deck just because it's a little... all right. Hi, good time. Welcome. All right. Okay, Prab. Let's see. You're going to meet Sahib again. You're going to meet him again soon. Well, that depends on if you're going to give us some details as to what happened over the past couple of weeks. We need to know the continuation of this love story. Okay. So I think you're going to have many opportunities to see Sahib again. But not every opportunity, not every time you meet up with him, this just tells me he's inconsistent. Or she, sorry. I don't know genders on here. So Sahib is going to come across as like, does he have like a mood swing? Or sorry, do they have mood swings? Just feels like the vibe is going to feel different every time you meet with this person. All right, what's the advice? How do we manage it? Okay, so death in reverse. So death, first of all, is a move. It's like a revocable change. It's something that happens one day. The next day your life's completely different. Like there's no going back. So it's transformation, change. I know the imagery in the death card is pretty morbid, but it really is. It can be a good thing. So in reverse, it means that you're prolonging the moment where things change between you and the Sahib. So you keep prolonging, you keep pushing. It's almost like dragging it out, and then because one minute it feels great, the next minute it's not good. Then like each time the vibe is different, so there's no consistency, and you drag it out and drag it out. You're very patient. You want to believe that it's karmic and that you're soulmates, and you're very level as far as your emotions. You're grounded. You understand like what you want. I'm thinking that Sahib does not. So is it fair to you to be waiting on somebody who is different every time you hang out with them? And so you need to come to a decision and make it based on the behavior. So you can't go with your heart and your feelings or your lust or whatever it is that keeps you going back and dragging, this thing out. So, you need to put it on the line, like, are we together or are we not? But do it for you in a way, like you decide how you feel. You weigh the options, but be as objective as you can. Like, is this person good for me? Is he good for me? Or she, sorry. I don't know what the genders are. But, really think out the relationship and everything that, like take away those feelings that distract you, whenever you're in their presence, like what makes you want keep coming back for more? Is it just the need to be in a relationship? Is it codependency? Is it chemistry? Is it, like a shared history? Is it, like what is it that brings you together, and like what makes you want to keep going back? And then does he deserve you? We have that self-worth talk again. You've got to put yourself first and figure out what you really want, and then decide if that person matches up or not. So that's what the Judgment card is saying, that exactly that. Figure out what you need and what you deserve, and then weigh all the options based on those things without distracting feelings getting in the way, and move forward. So I think So to the answer your question, yes, you will see them again soon, many times, in fact. But it's something that you're sort of pushing for, and the vibe changes every time. So you're not really sure on where you stand with the person. So I wish you the best of luck. I really want you to, like, you know, do what's best for you. You know? Okay. Ruben. Oh, I already got a card for you. 3 weeks. Ruben, 3 weeks. So I don't know if you're waiting on something. Like, this is a strategy card. So this is like not being able to get started on understanding where you go next. So you need to it's sort of a feeling of like, okay, I don't, you know, what's my life plan? Like, or, you know, like, what do I want to do? How, you know, like, so wands are about like intention, motivation, your energy, your excitement, like things that get you up out of bed. You know, like things that fire you up. Think about wands, you know, rods fire. And then in reverse, it's sort of like feeling stuck. So let's see what we can. So Ruben, this is yours. So the next 3 weeks, let's see what the crossing energy is. Like, what's the challenge? In addition to the fact that you're probably feeling pretty stuck. Or like maybe the next card that comes out will be the reason, you know, like a clarifier, or it could be more, yeah. P, I just got your note. You're welcome. I want you to ask me like what, you know, when am I going to be traveling, you know, overseas, and what type of foreign romance am I going to have? Like, I need some juicy questions from you, P. That's your homework. I want you to think about you and what gets you excited, and like think completely out of the box and in a fantastical way. So this humdrum stuff doesn't, so Sahib just isn't like, you know, like you shouldn't be asking questions out of boredom. So we got to get you to the point where you are like really thinking big, like dreaming big and saying, okay, when is this going to happen? When can I make this happen? How do I make this happen? So like, do you want to go like swim in, you know, I don't know, like they have these like salt bath, like, you know, they have all kinds of things. Like I was just thinking of, oh my gosh, my brain is not working. So, you know, in Iceland, where you go and like there's these natural salt baths and different things, like you can go, or like maybe you go to a beach and you're swimming with dolphins. Like think outside the box. Step, like, you know, like ask me questions about like exciting new things that you'll be doing. And then we focus your energy on that, and guess what? It happens. Get you excited about what could be, you know, and then you bring it into existence with intention. That I will happily help you do. So that's your homework for next week. So come to me with a really awesome ask. Okay, so back to Ruben. All right, so feeling stuck. So you're gonna have to, the challenge is using your intuition and following your gut. So you might be having so you have gut instincts that, and in your mind, you know that there are certain things that you should be doing. You do well, but it could be like, you know, I don't know how old you are, but like when I was growing up, you know, you didn't tell your parents that you wanted to be an actor or an artist or a musician because they didn't make any money. So it's like you need to strive to be a doctor or a lawyer or, you know, an engineer, or be a leader in a corporate, be a banker, be something that like, you know, in their minds, they felt like would be secure and like you could have a career in that. But I think your intuition and your gut is telling you that, you know, your heart is somewhere else. It's not where people think you should land. It's something very different. So that's where, I mean, I'm thinking like the next 3 weeks, like be focused on opening up, like do a business plan for your dream business. Don't think about how much money you can make doing something that you're super passionate about. Just think about, how can I move forward and do this? So your supporting energy is, so this is called the Thief card. So I think you're feeling like, like time's wasting away, that you have been like putting your time and effort and years into like something that just doesn't feed your soul. So, we got to get you out of this. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at a chat. You're studying in a foreign country now. Okay. All right. We're going to have a foreign romance. Anything. You can go let's do something awesome. Let's climb a mountain. Let's, let's go parasailing. Let's do something. Hey. Okay, Ruben. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is so in the next 3 weeks, you're going to have an opportunity that's going to be presented to you to where you can do something you've always wanted to do. But I think you're going to be worried about the fact that you've spent a lot of time doing something completely different. But because you're soul searching, because you're looking up business, like how to do a business plan, because you're putting your energy into this thing that feeds your soul, it's going to show up. And then, so the Queen of Swords is a leader, but it's sort of like, like a quiet leader, like somebody who, I always think of the Queen as, she probably has a lot. So these energies are not binary, but so Queen is somebody in your world who is a leader, or it could be your mother, who's very opinionated and sees things in a very black and white way, very logical way, a very, like, okay, how are you going to make money? How are you going to do this? So I think that this is an energy that's hanging over this situation. So you have a Queen of Swords, be it a man or a woman, but you have that energy in your world hanging over you that makes you doubt yourself. So when this opportunity shows up, or maybe it already has, you're like, what do I do? I've wasted so much time not being me. Do I like push forward on this new path? Who am I disappointing? But this is your outcome card. It's the Six of Wands. It's the victory parade. When you are walking in your purpose, this is what happens. People like cheer for you because your energy is electric. So whatever it is that you're starting to do or looking to do, you're going to be amazing at it. And it will just bring that sense of peace that you've always been needing. And so the moon in reverse. So the moon is, things are vague, things are, they're unclear. But this is another card that says you're ignoring. So in reverse, it's an intuition. So the moon is an intuition card, and it's ignoring your intuition. So this is the advice card. So the advice card is stop ignoring your intuition and go with your gut, and you're going to be a huge success. It's just you have to own it. Yeah. So you're going to be so this is a Nine of Pentacles. So this is like we were talking about, like, boss lady, bad bitch, like BDE. Like this is it. This is a BDE if you're in your element. So okay, Ruben, it's coming. So anytime you get a Knight of Pentacles, that means an offer is on its way. So it should be like soon, but you have to be in the right energy. So I would just say start like doing your homework, looking online instead of scrolling Facebook or Instagram or whatever your like social media that you're just scrolling. Start like go down a rabbit hole on this thing that like drives your purpose, and then, well, I know you need, so that's where this is coming up, the finances, to get the intuition fulfilled. Figure out, why don't you start looking at, like, depending on what type of opportunity it is, start looking for grants, start looking for different programs, like within your state. If you're, I don't know if you're in the US, but, or, your country or your I'm not sure of, like, depending on where you are, there are programs set up for people who are entrepreneurs and want to start a business for themselves, and you're actively searching online. Okay, stay in that energy and be hopeful, be sure it's coming. So it's like when you live in that energy, you're excited because you know it's coming, it comes. I don't know how else to explain it. But one thing you can do is also go down a rabbit hole about the law of abundance, and setting intentions and like living in gratitude. I know that sounds hokey, but if you act as if you already have it, it will come faster. So just get excited about your future, and see it, visualize it in your mind. Do a vision board. That's something you could do. You can go on canva.com for free and you pull up a template. You can even do it on your phone and do a vision board, and then look at it, set it as your wallpaper on your phone and look at it every single day and just know it's coming. And I would love you to report back and let us know that things are working. Like I said, we're here on Tuesdays. So I hope to hear some good things from you soon. All right. Thanks, Ruben. All right. All right. Well, I think that's, I don't know how long we've been doing this for. I don't have my phone with me anymore, but I think I'm going to, so yeah, those. Oh my goodness. These cards got mixed up. Ruben, they're coming back out to tell you again. They're like, we're working for you, Ruben. Let's go. Get on it. It's the mindset that brings it. I'm really hopeful for you. All right. So with that, I just want to thank everyone for joining, and we'll be seeing you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. I promise I'll be on time. We have the new camera working, so I'm going to leave it set up, and all we do is plug in and start. So I don't have my coin with me. We normally we do. I think it's in a bag that's not here. We normally do. Oh, I know what I'll do. We normally do a coin toss where we have you ask a yes or no question, and then that's how we end. But what I'll do is I'll flip a rune. So I want a really like positive rune. Hang on. Now I get picky. Okay, so this is the equivalent of the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the tarot deck, but it actually like it overtakes any negative card within your tarot card reading. It makes it a positive. It turns it into a positive. So some readers don't do. They only read positives, but every now and then, if a reversal comes in as a lesson, then I'll use it in that way. But that's why I'm going to use this rune. To get to the point. Okay, so if it lands on the S, then it'll be a yes. If there's on the backside, then it'll be no. Okay, ask your question. You have a good week ahead too, Ruben. Okay, ask your question. And the answer is no. I hope it's a good no. Okay, take care, everybody. Remember you're loved, and you deserve happiness, and take care of yourselves. Be positive, and attract all the good things. So we'll see you next week. Hang on one second.